Hey, all the peoples, this is Ridiculous Badger coming at you, and I've got this week's patch notes. It's a shorter one this week. Dear pilots of New Eden, eVACos will undergo maintenance on blah 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 and will take approximately too long to complete. During this time, players will blah 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 blah. Much shorter this week because last week's Indomitable patch was huge, but you can be sure that behind the scenes they're working on, fixing bugs. One, added some unfinished translation of the last updates. I went through last week's updates. I wasn't able to pick out immediately what the translation issues were, but, be my guest if you wanted to try and figure that out. Fixes. One, fix the translation problem, Resource Extraction Management Center. It should be only valid for the owner. I think that is for the PI bonus on the Resource Extraction Management Center. The way that it read, people were assuming that the PI bonus would be for the entire constellation, anybody who was farming PI, but they've come out and said, no, it's just for the owner. So I believe this to mean the corporation owner, the corporation. Two, fix the problem that the corporation logo displayed incorrectly. I saw some bugs and other people saw some bugs where in the top left corner, as they were going through unsettled space, they saw that actually the game had glitched, or in Empire space, the game glitched and showed that there was a corp that owned the space. Right now, I don't believe that any corps have solved yet because they're still building the structures. So I'm guessing this was just one of those bugs. 3, fix the problem that the energy Nosferatu of the Blood Raider ships draws more capacitor than the remaining capacitor of the target. Normally, the way that energy Nosferatus work is you cannot get more cap from the enemy if they have more cap than you have. So let's say if you're just throwing out some numbers, these are all hypotheticals. Let's say your energy Nosferatu draws 5% of the enemy's cap, but the enemy has, say, 15% left in their cap, and you have 20% left, you won't draw anything. With the Blood Raider ships, you would still continue to draw. However, it looks like there was an issue where if they had, let's say, 5% left in their capacitor and your energy Nosferatu normally drains 7%, it looks like it was draining more than the 5% that they actually had, putting them in 0 but giving you a net gain. So it looks like they've taken care of that issue. And number 4, fix the issue that the Sentry gun would stop working when the target ship cloaked. We had this huge issue this week where people would shoot at a Sentry gun in low sec on the gate, and then they would cloak with that target, and then when they had a crime timer, the enemy or the sentry gun would look for them for the duration of that crime timer, and that caused it to not switch to another target if somebody else came through and someone else generated a crime timer. So what people were doing is they were camping low sec, they were effectively disabling these guns, cloaking with a ship, and then anybody else who came through, they were able to point them, destroy their ship as normal, and not have an issue with the sentry guns while the sentry guns were looking for their original target. Thanks for joining me, and that's all for this week.